Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to the Sovereigness channel. I'm the Sovereigness and this is a general reading for the collective. This is not a gender specific reading, so if I say feminine, I mean feminine and not female. If I say male, if I say masculine, I mean masculine and not male. We all have the ability to tap into both yin and yang energies. And together, when we bring them together, we create life force. So harmony, balance, right? Nice blend. I don't know what this reading is going to be about today, but I will tell you in my meditation, I seen the symbology for Uranus. And I'm not an astrologist, so I don't really know what's going on with Uranus, or I didn't really know what was going on with Uranus. But I took it upon myself to look it up to see what was happening. And as of today, Uranus is actually conjuncting the North Node and the Sun, they're both in Taurus. So there's something happening with spiritual growth as well as like some sort of shocking, maybe rebellious things happening. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Tower today. But the main thing is to remember to just embrace change. Whatever you can't change, just kind of flow with it. Also, Tower moments are a great time to sort of allow yourself to transform, see what you could do, so how you could do something better, that sort of thing. I think I just bent my cards up. What was that about? Also, there's something coming through for Chiron. That just randomly came through. So something about Chiron and Uranus, or there may be something affecting somebody's chart. The placements of your Chiron and Uranus may be affecting you at this time. Can I get one crystal for the collective today, please, Spirit? One crystal that would resonate and speak to the collective today. Depending on when you're watching this, it is a Thursday. Even though this is a timeless reading, Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter. So growth and expansion are great. Or today's a great day for growth and expansion. So maybe somebody is spiritually growing, or some sort of evolution is taking place. It's also Thor's day if you're into Greek mythology. Is he Greek? I just know Thor is this is his day, but also Shango if you're into the Orishas. I love looking up the days and which deities or planets rule them, because it means if you think about it, it actually is quite helpful. So Thursdays are Jupiter days. Growth and expansion. So if you do a lot of spiritual work, you can probably notice that you're looking to dive deeper into whatever it is you're studying or doing, or there's another way that you try to do something. One crystal for the collective, please. I'm seeing the Temperance card, so patience, which has been coming up a lot this week. I'll take the one that flipped over. Black tourmaline, protect your energy, and hematite, ground yourself, are here with create your own luck, aventurine. Is it green aventurine? Yeah. So black tourmaline at the bottom of the deck with hematite, and the card that comes out is jade, be the bigger person. Might be experiencing some pushback from someone, or thinking about rebelling, or thinking about doing something to someone, or saying something to someone, but we're being asked to be the bigger person. Also remember your worth. Now jade is a stone that is great for Taurus season. It creates a lot of prosperity, luck, abundance. So that takes me back to karma. So don't do something that's going to ruin your karma if you can help it. Sometimes it's easier to be the smaller person, but we ain't going to take the easy route, guys. We're going to be the bigger person. I'm talking to myself also. I don't know what this is about, but that's what's coming through. Let's get some dope quotes before we dive into the cards. I'll take 3. That was an interesting shuffle. 3 dope quotes, please, for the collective. Make it clear, Spirit. Make it clear. 3 dope quotes for the collective, please. Give me 3 dope quotes. 1. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. Maya Angelou. Give me 2 more, please, for the collective. Constantly take inventory of what's important to you. Dave Chappelle. Constantly take inventory of what's important to you, and then get rid of anything that isn't, so you can make space to fill your life with only the things that matter. 1 more, please, for the collective. Great duality of light and dark, or light and shadow. So let's see what the last card is going to be. I wish there were gray cards in here. 1 more card for the collective, please, Spirit. Make it clear. Something about a fence. Maybe that's coming through with the hurdles, right? Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. Some of you may be dealing with somebody or something that other people don't approve of. Constantly take inventory of what's important to you is saying, if it matters to you, how they feel about it shouldn't mind, right? Mind over matter. That's another thing that's been coming through a lot lately. 1 more for the collective, please, Spirit. And 1 more for the collective, please. I've been trying to work through this shadow phase of Mercury. Okay, I'm going to take both of them because it's light and shadow. Okay, the bottom of the deck says, when I learn something about myself, I like sharing it. You want to be positive, but at the same time, you want to be true to yourself. Janet Jackson. So I feel like there's this need to, solar plexus is coming through a lot too this week. There's this need to accept all of who you are. Don't try to shun it. Don't be ashamed of something that you've done, said. It's part of you. It's part of your experience. It's part of shaping who you are. The 2 cards that come out, I don't think anyone knows as much about what's right for me as I do. Mariah Carey. Make room, guys. Scoot down. And the final message is also a shadow card. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. Jean-Michel Basquiat. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I never do. But let me read that again. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. Jean-Michel Basquiat, maybe? I know who he is, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name. So a lot of light and shadow duality, balance. I definitely feel like the message of balance. Maybe that's why I was seeing temperance, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that to make the perfect combination. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination full of hope. And I feel like that love can be for yourself. It can be for another person. It can be that you have something that you're so passionate about, and there could be this hurdle that you have to jump to get over the fear of what others may think of it. Think of you, think about the person that you love, think about the person you want to become. Constantly take inventory of what's important to you. Remove the things that don't matter. So you're filling your space with and creating a life that is full, like abundant with everything that makes sense to you, that fills your life with joy, that fills you. What is the word I'm looking for, Spirit? I'm seeing the 2 of Cups. So for some of you, this does have to do with a relationship with somebody else, or it could just be accepting the feminine and masculine side of yourself. I know a lot of males, or a lot of people who identify as masculine, more masculine than feminine, have a tough time connecting with their emotions. So I'm speaking to a masculine out there that might be having difficulties with expressing themselves emotionally, or actually tapping in with their femininity. Did I say masculine? There is a masculine that is feeling more masculine than they are feminine. Like they're afraid of being emotional with somebody. But there is either a person that completely understands you, that mirrors you, and that will allow you to open up in that way, to actually express yourself in the way that you yearn to express your emotions. Or it might be time to find a sacred space for you to let go completely and tap into that side of you that wants to break free, that emotional feminine side of you. It can be the opposite for a feminine, somebody who's more tapped into their femininity and needs to be a little more tapped into their masculine side. But more than anything, I'm getting that somebody operates more in the ego or more in the masculine side than they do in their feminine side. Now, this can be a male or female, non-binary, it doesn't matter. It's somebody who is constantly doing, going, showing up, whatever the case may be, where the feminine energy wants to receive, it wants to be still, calm, it wants to connect to self, it wants to, and also others, it wants to nurture, it wants to grow, it wants to do something that doesn't require maximum effort, but simply flows. I feel like I spent a lot of time on these quotes, but I mean, it is what it is, guys. So originally I was going to use the Modern Witch Tarot, but look, as soon as I opened it, Temperance. This deck was looking at me when I started shuffling the Modern Witch Tarot, so I grabbed this one instead. And this is the, I think it's called the Tarot Elemental. It's on Etsy. I don't know where else you can get it from, but I'll try to leave a link down below if I remember. If I don't remember and you want to know which deck this is, just leave a comment and I will make sure to come back and do that. Spirit, please connect me with the collective so we may receive the message exactly as it is meant to see. I'm seeing the Judgment, and not just the Judgment card, but the Crossroads on the Judgment on the horn. Compassion is key. For some of you, I'm also seeing the Nine of Swords. So it's like anxiety has been an all-time high because you're trying to make a decision of which way to go, which way to do something. Maybe a Sagittarius, because I'm seeing the arch, like the bow and arrow arch. Somebody is completely drained, like they're ready to release, like drop their burdens and go in a totally new direction, because I'm seeing a ship. Like you're trying to like catch the attention of the ship. Like I really want to go in that direction. Almost like somebody is shooting their bow and arrow at the ship to get their attention, like an SOS, or how people shoot flares. But I definitely see the crossroads, or somebody's come to the edge of something and they're ready to start something new. What is this I'm seeing? Also the Hanged Man, like so maybe you're not making the move because you're waiting to get enlightenment about something, because I'm getting a lot of like stalling energy, or yeah, Nine of Swords in your head and your thoughts can't sleep, or you're getting barely any sleep, stress, anxiety, worry. But then also the Hanged Man is like not making a move because you're waiting to receive all the information. Also, you might be a little comfortable in the position that you're in. It might be that you don't want to make the move because then you're moving into something that is new and unknown. What's the main message for the collective, Spirit? What's the main message for the collective? What is the main message for the collective? When I tell you that my patience has been tested this week, like pulling cards has been one of those things that's like, just be patient. I'm looking for the right card. There it is. Bottom of the deck is meditation, High Priestess. Tapping in, connecting with self, searching your mind, body, and spirit for any hidden gems, the other thing that's coming through is that some of us are afraid to look beyond the veil. We're afraid to search our subconscious because we're afraid of what we might find there. This might have to do with healing, with meditation at the bottom of the deck. This may have to do with healing something. Some of us are afraid of what skeletons we've overlooked in our closet. Some of us are afraid of our own power. Like, your intuition has been trying to tell you something, but you're not really listening to it because you're uncertain of whether or not it's really, if what you're feeling is real or if it's all in your head. But with the High Priestess being the card that's coming out, I feel like you can trust your intuition. Meditation can 100% help you with reconnecting. Maybe do a third eye and solar plexus meditation. Maybe even a crown. Maybe listen to some frequencies for the crown chakra, the third eye, and solar plexus to really find the confidence in what it is that your spirit is trying to tell you. I feel like it feels like you're in the midst of a storm and you're trying to find peace in it, or you're coming off as somebody who's completely fine with everything that's going on around you, but really deep down, you know something is not right, or you feel like something is not right. Why is the High Priestess here? King of Fire at the bottom of the deck, Spirit. Yeah, you need to reconnect with your spirit. There's a couple of different cards in this deck that aren't in the traditional tarot. So the Spirit card, Chakra Healer, and Meditation card are specific to this deck. Spirit is the card that comes out, and this is clarifying the High Priestess. So I feel like definitely you can trust, or you need to start learning how to trust the intuitive nudges that you're getting, the insight that you've been picking up on, the omens that you've been seeing, the synchronicities that you've been seeing. Bottom of the deck is the King of Fire, confidence, action. Or you're somebody who's coming, like I said, you're somebody who's coming off as very confident in what it is that you're saying or doing, but really you aren't really, you feel, so there's something about like not really trusting yourself, but I'm telling you, you can trust yourself, trust your intuition. The world is at the center. This ties back to the Empress card. You might need to nurture yourself, your natural ability, your natural talents, your natural desires, your natural instincts, your thoughts, your passions. What's crowning? Five of Fire, conflict. If you work with, so I'm feeling like there's a need to get balanced, right? Like get really balanced, because this card is a depiction of the Five of Wands, but in the way that these two foxes are fighting over this stick to help them get out of this thing. But it's like, what good is fighting over the stick going to do to get you two out, if not to work together to get it up there, or to allow one person to do it so you both can get out, so duality, working together. And maybe some of you are operating more, like I said, operating more in the ego instead of connecting with the spirit at the same time. And then also connecting more with doing and less of receiving, or giving, and less of receiving. There's a need for balance, reciprocity, temperance, right? Finding the perfect balance, the right medicine, the right timing. Connect with all of you, all of yourself. What else, Spirit? Ten of Water at the bottom of the deck, Five of Earth. Now, the card that I seen when this card came out was the Four of Swords? Four of Cups, rejection. Okay. There might be some worry, like what you have to say, what you have to do, what you have to give, who you want to be with. There's something about lack. There's something of, it almost feels like somebody feels like what they have to bring to the table is not good enough. They just want to be accepted 100%, loved 100% for what it is that they do, give, who they are. But there's this feeling of confidence that is lacking. And I feel like it's because there's an unbalance happening with masculine and feminine energy, or feeling like there's no reciprocity. And there's this desire for recognition, this desire to feel loved 100% just for who you are, or feel like what you bring or what you think or what you want is perfectly fine and that you're deserving of it. But there's this is saying that you feel like either you're going to be rejected, you have been rejected, or you feel like you're not getting what it is you want, or you're not worthy of it. There's just this feeling of lack. Or this could be that your intuition is feeling neglected. Or somebody is feeling like they have been neglected. Something that really wants to bloom, blossom, come to life. Is feeling left out or neglected. Page of Fire is at the center. I feel like somebody is waiting to hear from somebody that may have walked away. Eight of Water is crowning, or you are walking away, swimming away, whatever the case may be. But no matter what, you feel tied to this. Like, at this time, you feel tied to it. For some of you, it's an idea or a thought that you've been trying to get off the ground, or trying to figure out how to express it or say it, or it's an action that you've been waiting to do, but you're contemplating letting it go. I see the Two of Cups at the center. So it might have to do with the relationship, or it might have to do with somebody that you thought was equal as far as friendship, business partners, or whatever, isn't pulling their weight, and you're feeling like you've invested for nothing. Like it's not bearing the fruit that you thought it was going to bring, or it's not getting you where you thought it was going to get you. Now I'm seeing the Six of Fire, victory. King of Fire. So somebody's feeling like it's time to do something on their own, because you're not getting back what you put into something. And you really want your recognition. You really want to be recognized for the hard work. If it's not hard work, then it's like you just want somebody to accept you 100% the way you are. Why is the Five of Earth here? Knight of Water. Ace of Earth. Yeah. From the 5 to the Ace, which makes a 6 of Pentacles, that reciprocity. Somebody's been feeling like they're getting breadcrumbed, or they haven't been able to really solidify something because there's no recognition, or there's no equal give and take. Might be in a relationship, because the Knight of Water is at the bottom of the deck with the 5 of Water and the Sun. I think somebody's becoming enlightened to just how uneven something is, just how much you give versus how much you receive. And that doesn't have to just be relationships. It can be at the workplace. It could be on a project, like it's not bearing the fruit that you expected it to by now. It can be in a friendship. It could be in a diet. Like, I remember I started keto and I was like, I like it, but then at the same time, I only got the results if I was very strict about it, and there was no wiggle room for me to like relax. So it just didn't work for me. Like, it wasn't an equal give and take. Like, if I'm doing all of this, I feel like it should be a long-term result, you know? I know it's a terrible example, but I hope somebody understands what I'm trying to say. What else, Spirit? For the collective. The Emperor. Yeah, somebody's getting ready to take charge, or is ready to create this structure, or maybe there's structure that's happening around you and you want to break free of it. Again, it's a general message, so take what's for you and leave what's not, because we're going to be getting messages about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So the Six of Fire and the Emperor keep wanting to come out, and I see the Six of Fire, the Emperor, and the Star card. Okay. lots of healing, success, or some of you feel like you'll be more successful by taking the lead on something or going something alone. What else? Yeah, that Emperor card's been wanting to come out this whole time. Two of Fire is here at the bottom of the deck. So the Emperor, King of Fire, Knight of Cups, the Emperor. Lots of masculine energy. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Fire and the Seven of Cups. Okay, that's that crossroads I was talking about. What do I do? This is 3 different suitors too. We have King of Air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Knight of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and the Emperor. Divine masculine, but can be Aries, Taurus for me as a reader. Mostly Aries in this depiction. I definitely feel like there's options, and that's why somebody's at a crossroad. Do I go with this job? So if we're talking in terms of career, someone could be asking themselves, do I stay with this job? It makes the most sense because I've been here. I know it. There's no guesswork. Like, I just know it. The Knight of Cups, there's a new attractive offer, but there's uncertainty. The Emperor, do I take control and create my own lane? Do I have room for growth in either of these? Do I want to create my own business? Like, there's a lot of different things coming through for career. It's the same for relationships, different suitors. One person makes sense because you know them. There's no guesswork there. Somebody's contemplating maybe testing out options as far as dating new people. And then there's the person that they feel is their true match, but this person comes off as stoic and they leave them confused or just uncertain. This is a lot of masculine energy here. And again, with the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, I do feel that crossroads, like you've come to this spot where you're trying to figure out which is the best way to go. I feel something for all of these options. There's a little bit of like, so it makes sense to go either way. Which is the best way? I can't tell if that's a moon or a sun back there, but trust your intuition. If it's the sun, it's like you've been enlightened to what it is already. It's just a matter of you now taking the step. I just want to get advice because I did not want to be here all day. Actually, let's clarify this. Clarify the King of Air, Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. Somebody is like, I mean, these are really, you have a good mix of options. It's not like you're choosing between the same thing, right? Like if you're looking for a burger, you're not like, do I go to McDonald's, Wendy's, or a fancy restaurant where they have gourmet burgers? You know, it's not like that as much as it's like, do I want this salad? Do I want this filet mignon? Or do I want duck? You know, like it's a different type of palette. Like each one is different. So the options are quite different. And I feel like that's why somebody is standing at the crossroads now trying to figure out their decision. Ultimately, which of those is going to be the better option for you based on the plan you have for yourself, right? Like if I'm still using the restaurant analogy, if you are at the restaurant and you're choosing between salad, filet mignon, and duck, right? Which of those falls into the category of a plan you set in motion for yourself? Are you trying to eat more plant-based? Are you trying to eat less meat and more live foods? Are you looking for more fatty options? Are you looking for more protein? You know, like what have you set up? And I'm using a restaurant analogy, but apply it to career, apply it to relationships, apply it to whatever this is about for you. Which is going to fit which one fits into the outline that you've created for yourself of how to progress, right? Don't do something that's going to stall you, because then you're going to still be at the crossroads trying to figure out the next move instead of actually making the move. I'm seeing, it's funny because this symbol on his chest is the sign for Mars, right? Or for masculine energy, but I'm seeing it as a clock. So something about time. What is it about the time? I feel like somebody feels concerned about time regarding something they're passionate about, something they want to do, someone that they're passionate about. Why are these three masculine energies here? Yeah, it's something you're going to be committing to. It's something that has to do with a commitment that you want to make. If it's relationships, you're trying to figure out which of these three options fall in line with what it is that you want. If it's a job, same thing, like which one can you commit to long term? Diet change, project, partnerships as far as like business goes, friendship circles. Why are these three masculine energies here? Not the King of Earth. So for some of you, I mean, there's the ten of Earth, 10 of Pentacles. The card that comes out is the King of Earth, and the 10 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So which one is going to be the most solid? Which one does fall in line with your dreams? Which one is going to allow you to live a life of not feeling stressed, not feeling anything but like you've been recognized, or you're, like you have everything you need? Which one is going to fulfill you the most? Oh my God, the Two of Earth. It's like this back and forth. I feel like you teeter-tot between what it is that you want versus what it is you need. You teeter-tot between what's being shown to you versus what you feel. Like, I feel this way, but I'm being seen. I see it another way. Like, they're showing it to me this way. But on the inside, I feel like this is the better option. This option is showing me. You know what's funny is I'm seeing the Stripping Illusions card from the Healing Shamanic Oracle, but I feel like the one that's showing you, the one that has been like showing you in your eyes, might be an illusion, because your intuition is trying to tell you the right answer. And so that's why you're teeter-tottering back and forth between, I want to do this, but it's being shown to me that maybe I want to do this, like between the options. Interesting. What's the final message, Spirit? What's the final message? What is the final message for the collective? What is the final message for the collective? Make it clear. And then I want to grab a, do I want to get a major arcana? Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Fire with the Six of Water, Six of Cups. Then there's that Crossroads right behind that. Somebody is waiting to hear from somebody, or you will be hearing from somebody soon. I feel like it has something to do with, like, it's something that feels right to your spirit. Like it feels like an old buddy. It feels like something that is meant for you. Whether it's an offer for work, whether it's a partnership offer, like business, whether it's a romantic offer, whether you get an ad that shows you the perfect diet plan for you, or the perfect app to download to keep you on track. You're going to be getting some news about something. It might show up online, or it's fast communication. Five of Air is the final message. Okay, so if this is the final message, how we were just talking about options and which route is the best route, do your very best to choose the one that doesn't just look like a good option because it's being shown or presented to you as the best option. Because the Five of Air, or the Five of Swords, yeah, you can win that way, but is it going to hurt you in the long run, and maybe others also? You know what I mean? Like, is this the best option? Really get clear about whether or not that's going to be the best option for you. Crowning is Strength. So definitely make sure that you're tapping in and I'm still getting solar plexus, like really, really have a strong spine, backbone, solar plexus, boundaries, resist temptations of the easy route or the route that is, well, there's the Hangman, of the route that is quickest, like you get the quickest instant gratification. I think we were talking about that on Mystic Minds. Because with the 5 of air being the final message, I just feel like, I feel almost like Spirit is like, are you sure that's the best option? Are you sure? Are you searching your heart as much as you're searching your mind? Are you looking deep within as much as you're looking at the outside world? Clarify the 5 of air. Why is the 5 of air the final message? For some of you, it's that, for some of you, somebody is showing that they want to wine and dine you. Like you feel like that's their proof. The proof that they're showing up and wining and dining you is that this is my person. But I feel like it might be a bit of a trap. Others of you, it could be like a college, you know, like, you know how the recruits come around and make everything sound so good. And it's like, I really wanted to go to this school, but they're making it sound really good. I hope I'm giving you guys good enough analogies, because that's how it's being brought across to me. Is like, there's different options and one is presenting itself as like amazing. Like, this is really what I want. But your gut is telling you, no, there's something else that is better suited for me. Why is the 5 of air here? Okay, well, that's a lot. 6 of water. Chakra healer and strength in reverse. Yeah, I don't think that this thing that is instant gratification, or the thing that's showing you that it's everything you want and more, is actually everything you want and more. I feel like it's a facade, especially with the Hangman being here. No, I feel like no. But I want to get one card to clarify the 5 of air. Why is the 5 of air here? All right, I'll take that one. 2 of water at the bottom of the deck, equally yoked with the Ace of fire and passion with the Wheel of Fortune. Accepting the inevitable. It is what it is, right? No matter which way the wheel is turning, there's nothing that we can do about it. But you know that there is passion and reciprocity in one of these options, right? Even if you have to leave another behind. I feel like somebody is trying to get out of something that they feel tied to. You see that around her leg? Somebody's trying to get out of feeling tied down to something. Like they're searching for the option that's going to give them the most liberation and freedom, that's going to free their mentality, like their mind and their heart. What's the card that comes out? 6 of water is clarifying the 5 of air. Yeah, the 6 of water is like, it feels like home, it feels like the right thing, and it's water, so it's your emotions, whereas the air is like logically. And this one is talking about winning at all costs, whereas this one is like, I might have to learn a little bit or relearn something or whatever the case may be, but this just feels like home. This just feels right, you know, and it's clarifying the 5 of air. So are you sure you want that instant gratification, or are you willing to put in some sort of work emotionally or otherwise to have and obtain the thing that you actually feel your soul and spirit resonates with? We've kicked it off with the High Priestess and Spirit. I think the main thing is to really connect with what it is that you want. And then don't cheat yourself out of obtaining it, because there is reciprocity in store for you if you allow yourself to have it. If you don't allow yourself to be afraid to obtain it. Going back to these for the last time. Love recognizes no barriers. It jumps hurdles, leaps fences, penetrates walls to arrive at its destination, full of hope. Constantly take inventory of what's important to you. I don't think anyone knows as much about what's right for me as I do. And finally, it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. Okay, so that's what I have for you, family. Thank you so much for watching, listening. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.